Here we are.
It's on.
I don't know the date. May 26th. Derek wore his USA shirt just for the occasion. It is Memorial Day weekend, and we are kicking off our first Zoom that we have called Team Impact. And the purpose of this group is, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and mute everybody, but please feel free to unmute yourself at any moment. But anyway, the purpose of this group is for any of those coaches that, you know, whether or not you're a new coach, whether or not you've hit senior coach or whatever, but you're working on your goals to simply help more people get healthy. Okay. I mean, that's the purpose of it. And because what happens with Optavia is as you fill your funnel with more lives, 1 out of 5 of those lives will naturally turn into a health coach. It just happens. I mean, so everything just, I don't know, flows as you help more people. So, but sometimes whenever we start coaching, like, you know, it's the first announcement, it's a new exciting thing, and everybody's like, yeah, you know, it's like the next best thing, right? So you can kind of have that excitement start up from the very get-go of coaching, but then I don't know, there could be that time where you're like, yeah, I'm just not helping very much people anymore. I'm struggling to find more clients. I'm struggling to find different ways to reach out to people to grow. And what's amazing about coaching is that there are so many things to do. FYI, I'm so sorry I look like a hot mess. You can see my eyes. I have been hit with allergies severely, so I'm sorry I look like a mess right now. But anyway, it looks worse on Zoom. Okay. So, but anyway, so as we push forward, you know, there's different ways, whether using your social media, whether using, you know, talking to people out and about. I mean, there's just so many different ways. I've been doing this for almost 7 years. So I have lots of different ideas and things in my back pocket that I can use. But if I were to like give them all to you, it can be super overwhelming. So what we're going to do is, as each week, and I really like to do this group and see how it goes between now and convention. Just, you know, touch base. I mean, everybody has 30 minutes, you know, just 30 minutes to look at the week ahead. What are some different ideas and things to do to help all of you grow? Plus, when I'm Zooming with all of you at the same time, it's a little easier to do that than, you know, to set up a call with each person and trying to work through. So these are different ideas, and these are pretty specific. And with this group as well, I want it to be a commitment for everybody. You know what I'm saying? I don't want it to just be something where you're like, I don't feel like getting on this week, or I don't feel like doing it. This is a commitment. Like this is the whole point of this thing, is when you have something that's structured, you have the accountability. I mean, you have that power of it. Okay. And Shanna, I know Shanna's on here. We were kind of brainstorming with, there is a leadership group with Patty Glick. It's called FIBC. I forgot what the rest of it is, but it's anybody who's FIBC and above. And we were talking with Patty the other day about, and all of us coaches were just about different things to be able to help serve the team. And so we were recommended just to do a little focus group for a while. That's, you know, and our whole goal is just to be able to help more people get healthy. Okay. But when I say focus group, it's a commitment. It's a commitment to Zoom every week. It's a commitment to doing the action steps we've laid out. And not every coach wants that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, they're okay with just kind of going with the flow. This is more, you know, work on these actions and commit with one another. Okay. Okay, so that being said, does anyone have any questions about any of that? Nope. Shanna, do you have anything to add? Good. Hold on, I'll unmute you. Oh, good. Okay. All right, very good. Okay, so anyway, so what we're going to work on this week. So we're in the last week of the month. Okay, so we have what? 5 days?
5 more days after today.
5 more days after today to be able to help crush our goal. So I'm hoping that each one of you on here knows exactly where your business sits right now, okay, compared to what you're wanting to achieve between now and the next 5 days. Hopefully you guys know that. You know, how many more clients that you'd like to help this month to get to your goal, and what would help. And it would be awesome. You guys tell me if you think we can do this. You guys think we can all help 20 new people between now and Friday? I'm gonna unmute you guys. I don't like you unmuted.
Yeah. How many is that? How many coaches do we have?
Yeah, how many coaches do we have in this group? Let's see.
There's 12 right here.
There's 12 on here right now. Okay. Let's look if we all help too. We got this, you all. Okay.
One a day would be good.
I didn't catch your question.
Linda, I said, do you guys think that we could all, together as a group, do you guys think we could all help 20 new lives?
By the end of the month or the end of the week?
Both.
Yeah, Friday's the last day of the month.
Yeah.
Oh, it is, isn't it? Okay. Mute point.
I think we can do it. Let's do it, y'all. I know, it's been a crazy month. You're telling, yeah, it's been crazy, especially here.
For sure.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Especially here in Jeff City area. It's been crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so anyway, I think we can do it. Let's shoot for it. Let's shoot for the goal. It would be so awesome. I mean, even, like I said, even if all of us help 2 new people this week, that's doable, I think. You could do that in a day. There was one time I was so driven and so like working hard. I helped 7 new clients in one day. So if I can do that in one day, we all can help 2, I think.
In a week.
In a week.
Yes.
In a week. Okay. So anyway, so as far as the action step that we're going to take, I'm going to go ahead and mute everybody again real quick. The action step that we're going to take, which has been awesome because it's been laid out for us already. If you guys on Team Snap Tribe Facebook page, yesterday over this weekend, Dodie, how do I say it? Jordahl, released a new challenge that actually the rest of the team has laid out for us, okay, which is awesome because there's already something going on. And so not only are we focusing on it together, but the big team of Team Snap is too. And there's prizes, raffle prizes. Anyway, if you have not watched Dodie's video, her live video, it's only 13 minutes long. I highly recommend, I will pop that video in here if I can. I'm not sure if I can do that from that page, but go and watch the live video, okay? She goes through all the details about it. I will also post the details all typed out in our Team Impact. But basically what it comes down to is it's called the Hundreds List Challenge. Okay, so what that means is you list out between today and tomorrow. We have to have our list posted on there. There's going to be a post for this, and everything's going to be in that post. So what I would do is go to your phone, go to the post and save it. Do you guys know how to do that on Facebook? Whenever you open up Facebook, and I don't know, Androids might be different from iPhone, but when you look at the post, there's like at the very top corner, there's 3 little dots. If you click on that, it'll give you an option to save the post, okay? When you go to your Facebook, like the home page, the regular page where everything's listed, it has a folder, has an option that says saved. That's a great way for you to be able to just go to this post quickly. You get what I'm saying? So you're not having to go to Team Snap Tribe and you're having to scroll down, look for it again. That's just wasted time. So definitely save the post. And everything's going to be going on in that post. But what our first homework assignment is for it is between now and tomorrow night, by midnight, we have to have our picture of our 100 list posted. Okay, so basically when it comes to that, grab a piece of paper, grab a pen and piece of paper, and just number down to 100, okay? And we're going to list out names of connections that you want to make, or just making connections, period, okay? So now some people are like, where do I even begin with this list? I'm so clueless. Like, who do I reach out to? Like, I don't even know what to begin. So Shanna earlier typed up an example of a list of different things that you could consider. Honestly, like Dodie says, you could simply grab your phone. We have so many contacts in here that half of the contacts, when was the last time you talked to them or said hello to them? You get what I'm saying? So your phone is a great source. If you go to your Facebook and like just go to friends, it will be listed on there too. You know, like you could just go through like just names of people that you haven't seen. But with Shanna's, she came up with a great list. You know, people that you work with. Are you even connected to everybody you work with on Facebook? People from church, kids activities. So like if your kids are involved in, you know, karate, softball, different things, like, you know, are you connected with those parents? Extended family and relatives, inactive clients. So that's a great one for like someone who's seasoned, like myself, Emily, you know, she's been around a while. Clients that we've helped, Carla, Cindy, clients that we've helped over you know the last year or two that maybe we haven't talked to in a while, but just simply saying hello. And inactive coaches, grade school friends, high school friends, things that you're involved in, your groups. A lot of people are on here are starting to get involved in groups. So if you're involved in a mom's group or Cindy or dog group, Cindy, if you're involved in a theater group, those are different ways. Okay. And what you can do with this list of 100, you can even break it down saying like, okay, I'm going to contact 10 inactive clients. I'm going to contact 10 relatives and family. I'm going to contact, you know what I'm saying? You can almost break it down like that or do 20. But you just want to have these names written down. That's the list. It's not like you have to go get them on program or anything like that. This is just a list of people in your life, 100 different people in your life. Also too, like your most recent posts on Facebook, if you had a post lately that exploded with something, going through all those people on there, like when was the last time that you talked with them? Okay. So we have to have a picture of this post posted by the end of tomorrow night. And if you post it tonight, if you get it done early, then you get extra credit points. Okay. And whenever we do this hundreds list between now and Friday, we contact 100 people, make some kind of connection in the next 5 days. Then you get put into a raffle drawing for 2 free convention tickets, okay, which is awesome. And if you've already paid for your ticket, like us, you get reimbursed for it, okay? So everybody's eligible and able to get in on this. But let's remember, the raffle, that's the bonus to this whole thing. I mean, the win from this whole thing is us growing our coaching business. Okay. So remember that. That's the whole point of us doing this. And this is perfect. So anyway, yeah.
There was a couple things I was going to add. So I don't know if you guys know this, but when you go to your friends on Facebook, there is actually like friends and it has your number of friends. And then right next to it, it actually has recently added friends. And so those are just the recent ads. And so like the other day I went through there and, like I messaged, I don't know, probably 50 new friends, and basically just said, hi, do you have any Memorial Weekend plans? And kind of just told them what I was going to do, So I feel like that is a good connection right there as well. And then I think there was something else, but I forgot. So if I think of it, I'll pop back on.
Okay. No, that's excellent. And yeah, new friends. I mean, you guys are adding new friends. I have a message typed up that I can share with you guys again that's connecting with a new friend, just saying, hey, it's great to meet you. I see that you work here or live here or whatever. I'm a health coach and I do this. It's so great to connect with you, blah, blah, blah. It's something like that. So you have new friends that you're adding in that can easily be on this list of 100. But so, and you will watch. So as you're working on this week, Dodie goes into more detail. Okay. So watch the video. She goes into more detail with daily things like posting your list daily. And so I don't need to repeat it, but she goes through all that for you as you move through the week. But when it comes down to doing the list, and making conversations, it's just keep it simple. So lately, right now we're in Memorial Day weekend, right? That is the best way to start a conversation right now. Like, hey, so-and-so, I haven't talked to you in forever. How are the kids? What have you guys done Memorial Day weekend? And just leave it at that. That's it. Like you're simply just saying hello. those of you that are in the Jeff City, Missouri area, I mean, you can easily, and when they come back at you and say, how are you? How's life? You could easily come back to them and say, we were talking about this earlier.
Tornado effects, whatever.
Yeah, you can talk about, we just got through the tornado effects, here in Missouri. Excited, but we are excited. Summer's kicking off, and we have, like he talked about, talking about the trip to convention or Orlando, saying, we're excited to head down to Orlando this summer. We're going to a big coaching conference, and we're helping a lot. We're on a mission helping a lot of people, and we're excited to even learn it, to learn it even better. And do you guys have any summer trips planned? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's kind of how you can have the conversation, kind of drop
some seeds.
Yeah, just drop the coaching in there, but it's not about coaching. And if you're not from the Missouri area, just talk about what you did this weekend with your family. And then if you're just, maybe you're not able to make it to convention for some reason, then just say, I'm excited for summer. I've helped a lot of people getting healthy and excited to see the new summers they're going to have, with their new lives and their new health. And, what do you guys have planned this summer? So it's just making small talk. You're dropping the coaching in there, but it's not the topic of conversation. Does that make sense? And have fun with it. I mean, you would be so surprised what will come out of this if you dedicate to this. So what I would do if you have your list is write down your names. And then what I like to do personally when I make my list is I write their name with a pen. And then next to it, I will write the status of what's going on in pencil. So that way I can constantly update that. So maybe we did set up a health assessment, or maybe they did ask for more, like, oh man, girl, I've been wanting to reach out to you lately. Maybe they didn't respond at all, whatever. But I like to use pencil because I'm constantly updating that side of it. Like, continued conversation, setting up health assessment, husband setting up health, whatever. It's easy if you do it with pencil. But then you grab a highlighter, okay? And any of these that turn into health assessments or turn into a client, you want to highlight those, and then that way you can go back after this is over and see what came of it, okay? That way you can see the growth. And maybe you'll do some health assessments this week, and maybe they won't get set up yet, but that's okay, but you're still making progress and growing relationships, okay? Okay. What else? And then go ahead. Go ahead.
I was going to suggest, this is what I forgot earlier. So what about the thought about going through on your actual friend list and starting with the A's, or starting with the L's, or starting with the D's, or whatever, okay? So if you don't want to, like hop around 24/7 in your messenger and your phone and all that, because that all takes time. So if you don't want to do that, and maybe you don't have a list ready, or maybe you've already touched those people recently, maybe that's a quick way to go about doing that too.
Yeah. Because honestly, bless you, Emily. Honestly, we should be making a hundreds list like every month. I mean, that's really the pattern. Like, all the very successful coaches that have grown pretty quickly, they make one at the beginning of every month. But honestly, if we could do this one in a week, you could do one every week. And I mean, that's 400 contacts. Could you imagine the amount of clients that you would get from that? But Shanna brought up a good point, because what you could do is just focus on the A's first, and then just go through every hundreds list is just a different letter or you just keep going down your contact list. And if you have thousands of friends on there, I mean, you just keep on keeping on, Yeah, I almost have 5,000, so it'll take me a while, but
a year.
Yeah. So that's a great idea. I really like that idea because it's very simple. Now, here's the kicker though. When you write these names down, wherever you decide to get your names from, go to that person's page first and like a couple things or comment on their most recent posts, okay? And then message them, because then it would just seem odd, because you're not even, like, you're popping out of nowhere and you don't want to seem weird. Now, what I do in that case, if it's somebody that I went to their page to snoop around on, I liked, I will say, hey girl, how's life been? You just popped up in my news feed and we haven't talked in forever. How's life been? You know what I'm saying? So like they can see I just like their stuff, and then I message. And so I act like they popped up in my news feed, and that's how I connect with them. That way it just seems like normal, you know? Oh, I just saw your dog pop up in my news feed. How's life been? It's been forever, blah, 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 whatever. Okay. So that's an idea, is to go to their page. I know that takes a moment, but you want to make sure when you're doing this, you want it to be genuine. You don't want to be just like randomly messaging, creeping on people. Okay. Now, Derek, we had a long talk earlier, and since he's, you know, supportive of this, and my partner on this, he's also going to do his own hundreds list. So if they're, you know, he's great and real sociable and can talk to people pretty easily. So for him to just sit on his phone and message a few people and say, hey buddy, you know, how's life been? How are you doing? So if any of your spouses want to help with that and do their own, and he's going to post a picture of his too on the page so he can win the free tickets too. We got two of us going at it.
Take free money.
Heck yeah. So if any of your husbands are open to helping, that are helping you with the business, and they'd be open, you know, helping them make a hundreds list and say, okay, babe, shoot these 10 guys, or shoot these 10 friends of yours a message tonight and just say hello. And it's so easy.
Right. Really. The thing is, instead of making it a she business, it's a we business.
Right.
So you guys just challenge your spouse or whatever. I say no other guys are on here, so if you have a significant other, just challenge them to help you out, and really multiplication is the key. Right.
And I would rather, yeah, they look at it like as us, as a couple and a family doing it, and that's pretty powerful. And guys can talk so easily. Most guys can. I mean, they can start a conversation and say, and what he's going to talk about is Orlando coming up, and how he's excited to learn more with me or whatever. But like others of you that are either new or getting into it, I mean, they could just posture you. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you know, we're really pumped for a summer coming up. You know, my wife Emily, she's blowing me away lately. She's been helping change a lot of lives, and that's helping uplift us. And I mean, we're all doing great. You know, what do you have planned for this summer? You know what I'm saying? Like he can posture you and what it is you're doing, kind of acting like, you know, not acting, but just expressing how proud he is of what you're doing.
I hope it's not an act.
Yeah, hopefully it's just yeah. Hopefully, yeah. But, you know, for him to put you up on a pedestal, because sometimes he's had people say like, oh yeah, you know, I need to talk to Laura more about it. I've been trying to lose 20 pounds. And so he's just like, yeah, I'll have her get a hold of you, you know, and she can help, and we're both here to help. You know, we're both here to support you. And so that's an idea for you too, if you have spouses open to, and maybe your spouse is more of like an in-person person, you know, like talks to people in person. That's on the hundreds list too. It doesn't have to be Facebook. I mean, it can simply be talking to people out. I mean, anybody that you guys talk out and about, drop those things in your conversation. If they say, most people will say, well, how are you? How are you? You know what? I'm doing awesome. And sometimes what I'll do, this is another idea. Sometimes what I'll do is if I have somebody like an awesome client story that, you know, maybe I just got off the phone with someone that hit a huge milestone or shared something really like a non-scale victory with me that they're so excited about. That's an idea too. Like you can almost use a story and say, if they're like, hey, you know, hey Susie, how are you? Or hey Laura, how are you? You know, how's the, I'll be like, you know what? I'm actually really, really excited. I just got off the phone, or I just got done visiting with one of my clients. She reached her 50-pound milestone. That's going to be Amy tomorrow. Damn it. Amy's on here. She's like right there at hitting 50 pounds. But I could say that, you know what I'm saying? Or like Cindy, I used yours for a while. When she hit her 100 pounds, I would share that. Be like, I'm so excited. My friend Cindy, my client Cindy, she has done amazing, and she just hit her 100-pound mark, and I cannot be more excited. And they're like, oh my God, that's awesome. Wait a minute, tell me more. I need to lose 20. You know, so use your client stories too, and their non-scale victories blow people away. People love that. I mean, they love to hear different things like that. So you can use their stories. And your husband can too. You know, your husband can say, oh my gosh, Laura's so excited. You know, I heard she just helped someone lose 100 pounds. She's on cloud 9. Things are going well. Boys are crazy. You know, what do you have coming up this summer? just like can drop it in there a little bit. Okay. Okay.
I've got just a couple things. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So whenever I use my contact list, I've really decided lately that I really like having the date on there, because I get messages all the time from people, and you know how they talk about the 30, 60, 90 day, timeline for people, or like, they're either come on within 3 months or they come on within a year. So I found that super helpful to put the date on there that they've contacted me. I mean, I can always scroll back through Facebook, but it's just so much easier to have that just like right next to their name. So I've found that is helpful. And then also, I just wanted to tell you that there was a point in my business where I had a goal of sending 100 messages a day. And I just want to tell you that I got so much growth from that. That was the most growth that my business had. And, so by doing this hundreds list, I really think it's going to help your business grow. And, I definitely don't think you should discontinue it after the end of the month. I think this is something that you should keep up with daily. And, if 25 is too many for you after the end of the month, scale it down a little bit. If it's not enough action, make sure to up your action, because who was it? Ed Milet? He said, one more. Is that what he said? Oh my God, it was so good. One more, that one more mindset that, one more after you're done. And if you think about that, all those one mores add up. So it was very powerful. You should listen to that podcast. I don't remember. I might have a screenshot on my phone. We could post it.
Yeah.
It was really good and short.
For this group, because that's what this group is all about. Going that
Yeah.
extra. Yeah.
I'll
it's
try
probably
to
10,
find
12 minutes, I think. So it was about a week ago.
Yeah. It was really good. Anyway, I just thought I would tell you that, because just the more action that you do, it's just so much better. So myself included, I'm just going to make sure to up my action. And I don't know if I told you guys, but I actually quit my job last week. So yeah, super excited. I quit, I don't know, last Wednesday or something like that. So anyway, pretty excited what Optavia has to offer for my future.
Yeah. And everybody on here. I mean, everybody.
Oh, I know.
Everybody has the same capability,
Absolutely.
So.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Big deal. Big deal. I was talking to her earlier today, and I'm like, because, this is her first weekend, and then, how everybody's like, oh, Memorial Day weekend, everybody enjoy the weekend before you go back to work. And I said, well, this weekend's going to be a little different, because when come Tuesday, when everybody else is going back to work,
You're not.
Yeah, like you have that freedom. So it's pretty cool.
Crazy.
Yes. Well, congratulations. And
Thank
I think
you.
that's the point of this group, guys, is just to help us all propel forward just the same. And if in our thread, we will keep, just touching base daily, giving you things like the podcast and giving you things to help keep that fire strong in you. Use the posts in Team Snap, because like I said, Dodie said everything's going to take place on there as far as posting your hundreds list, and just go watch that video and touch base there. And we're here. And if you guys are having struggles, or like maybe it's not going well, or you're like, share that in our thread, okay? Because that's the whole point of it. I mean, we're in this together. So share how it's going. Share your progress. If you set up, health assessments from it, share that. If you get new clients, share your progress with us so that we can see the momentum that you're having. Okay, that's all I've got for you guys today. I will stop this.